What if I told you that the biggest reason for weaker erections in men over 60 isn't age, but poor blood circulation? Would you believe it? And what if I also told you that with just one natural drink made from simple ingredients right in your kitchen, you could feel a noticeable difference in under 30 minutes? No medication, no side effects. Just real science, real results, something that helps you regain your strength, your vitality, and the control you thought you had lost. I'm Dr. William Harris. For more than 30 years working in the field of men's health, I've helped thousands of gentlemen restore their energy, rebuild their confidence, and reconnect with their partners. And today, I want to share with you a simple but extremely effective formula. A natural drink that boosts blood flow, supports hormonal balance, and awakens your sexual function more powerfully than you might expect. There's only one thing I recommend. Watch this video until the very end. Because at the end, I'll reveal a small preparation trick. It may sound simple, but that very trick is what turns a good drink into a formula you simply won't believe until you experience it yourself. By the way, may I ask, what's your name and where in the world are you watching this video from? It would bring me great joy to know who I'm sharing this moment with today. So if you don't mind, please leave a greeting or the place you're from in the comment section below. And if you find this content helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you won't miss any future science-based, natural, and practical advice made especially for men over 60. Finally, if you have any questions about your health, especially about sexual function, circulation, or energy, leave them in the comments below. I'll collect them and create a video to answer them soon. Now let's begin with the very first ingredient, the foundational element of this formula, the one that can make a noticeable difference in just a few minutes. Ingredient 1. Beetroot, a natural nitric oxide igniter for healthy blood flow. If I had to choose just one ingredient as the foundation of this formula, beetroot juice would be absolutely essential. Not just because of its distinct deep red color, but because beetroot is one of the richest natural sources of nitrates. The precursors your body uses to produce nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for dilating blood vessels, increasing blood flow, and improving erection quality. Over the years, I've met many men over 60 who came into my clinic with worried expressions. They believed they had low testosterone, or that sexual decline was simply an unavoidable part of aging. But what most people don't realize is that the real root cause often lies in a circulatory system that's silently becoming blocked. When blood vessels can't dilate properly, the amount of blood reaching key organs, especially the genitals, drops significantly. The result? Decreased energy, lower confidence, and a fading ability to achieve or maintain an erection. This is exactly where beetroot steps in as a game changer. Recent clinical studies show that just 30 minutes after drinking beetroot juice, nitric oxide levels in the blood can rise by up to 16%, a significant increase for a natural, drug-free solution. But the benefits go beyond intimacy. Beetroot also helps lower blood pressure, supports liver detoxification, enhances oxygen flow to the brain, and improves focus. So you don't just feel better in the bedroom, you feel healthier, sharper, and more alive in your everyday life. And yet this is only the beginning. In the next part, I'll introduce you to another ingredient small in size but incredibly powerful that stimulates even greater blood flow and delivers a warm, revitalizing energy from within. My friend, if you're still watching this video at this point, I'm truly glad because it means you genuinely care about your health. Please leave the number 1 in the comments below so I know you're still here on this journey with me. Ingredient 2, cayenne pepper, a powerful catalyst that activates full body circulation. Once your blood vessels have been opened up thanks to beetroot juice, it's time to accelerate circulation. And this calls for an ingredient that can heat up your system from the inside. Cayenne pepper is the next ingredient in this formula that I want you to truly pay attention to. I still remember one of my patients. His name was Thomas, 67 years old, a retired Navy officer whose health appeared fairly solid on the outside. He exercised regularly, ate clean, and took some supplements, but he still felt like his inner vitality was slowly fading. "I just don't feel the fire anymore, doctor," he told me. I suggested that he try adding a bit of cayenne to his juice formula, and to be honest, at first he looked at me with skepticism. But just 1 week later, Thomas returned to the clinic with a bright smile. "The fire is back, doctor." So what happened? The answer lies in capsaicin, the compound that gives cayenne its spicy heat. But beyond the fiery taste, capsaicin is also a powerful vasodilator. It helps expand blood vessels, boost circulation, and increase the pressure of blood flow throughout your system. That warming sensation you feel when eating something spicy, that's blood moving faster and stronger throughout your body. A 2017 study from Laval University in Canada showed that capsaicin can raise nitric oxide levels by up to 24% within just a few minutes of consumption, and improve overall vascular function by more than 30% in just a few weeks. This isn't just a patient's story, it's science-backed evidence. In addition, cayenne pepper provides several other benefits. It stimulates metabolism, reduces inflammation, supports fat burning, and even helps relieve joint pain, all of which are especially valuable for men over 60. I won't lie to you, this ingredient isn't for the faint of heart. Just half a teaspoon and you'll feel that heat spreading through your body. But that very feeling is proof. Your blood is moving again and your body is starting to come alive. And the best part is we're not stopping here. In the next section, I'll introduce you to 2 natural amino acids that help keep this blood flow going longer, stronger, and more sustainably than you may have ever believed possible. Ingredient 3, l-arginine and l-citrulline, the amino acid duo that supports long-lasting circulation. After you've unlocked your blood vessels with beetroot and activated your circulation with cayenne pepper, the next thing your body needs is stability, the ability to maintain that flow for longer periods. And that's where the duo of l-arginine and l-citrulline shows its power. I call this biological turbo fuel, not just because it stimulates nitric oxide production, but because it helps sustain that effect instead of flaring up and fading away like a brief spark. I still vividly remember Mr. Robert, a 72-year-old man, quiet, reserved, but with a certain weight in his eyes. At his first consultation, he shared with me, "I don't feel like a man anymore." That sentence hit me deeply, and I knew we had to begin from the inside. I recommended that he combine L-arginine and L-citrulline with the beetroot and cayenne drink. A few weeks later, he returned to my clinic standing taller with more confidence in his eyes. "Doctor," he said, "my wife noticed it and so did I." Mechanically speaking, L-arginine is the raw material your body uses to create nitric oxide, but it has one drawback. It breaks down too quickly during metabolism. That's why L-citrulline is added. Not only does it help the body regenerate arginine naturally, but it also prolongs nitric oxide retention in the bloodstream. These two work together like a perfect duo, reinforcing, complementing, and multiplying their effectiveness far beyond what either could do alone. A study published in the Journal of Sexual and Physiological Medicine showed that men who used this amino acid combination experienced up to a 68% improvement in erection hardness and duration within just a few weeks. An impressive figure, especially for a natural, drug-free solution. But their benefits go far beyond sexual function. This duo also helps reduce muscle soreness, improve heart function, boost endurance during physical activity, and even promote deep sleep. A set of comprehensive effects that men over 60 genuinely need. And when you blend L-arginine and L-citrulline into the beetroot base, along with a touch of cayenne, you no longer have just a quick fix, but an entire system for restoring and sustaining long-term vitality. However, to achieve true balance not just in blood flow but in hormones and heart health, one more ingredient is needed. A classic juice, sweet and smooth, rich in history, yet it holds an unexpected secret tied to testosterone, endurance, and masculine recovery. If you're still watching this video up to this point, thank you for staying with me this long. I truly appreciate it. Please leave the number 3 in the comments below so I know I'm not speaking alone. Ingredient 4. Pomegranate juice, the final touch for circulation, hormones, and male vitality. There's something both classic and full of life in pomegranate juice. Its deep red color, slightly sweet and mildly tart flavor, and behind that appearance lies a range of biological benefits that not many truly understand, especially for men over 60. When I first started recommending pomegranate juice to older patients as part of their daily routine, many were quite surprised. One gentleman named Frank once told me, "I thought pomegranate juice was something women drank for antioxidants." I smiled and replied, "That may be true, but those very antioxidants are exactly what men's blood vessels need now more than ever." The truth is, pomegranate juice contains a high concentration of natural polyphenols, a group of compounds known to protect blood vessel walls, cleanse arteries, and most importantly, stimulate stable nitric oxide production. According to scientific publications, adding pomegranate juice to your daily regimen can increase nitric oxide levels by over 25%, while also reducing arterial plaque buildup and improving blood pressure. All key factors for strong, lasting erections. But it doesn't stop at circulation. Pomegranate has also been shown to support natural testosterone production, reduce oxidative stress, and as a result, enhance endurance, flexibility, and sexual desire in a gentle yet lasting way. I often describe pomegranate juice as the final movement in a symphony. Beetroot opens the path. Cayenne pushes the flow forward. L-arginine and l-citrulline keep it steady. And pomegranate juice, it seals it all together, locking in the results and protecting both your circulatory and hormonal systems from the wear and tear of aging. All of this makes one thing clear. Pomegranate juice isn't just a tasty drink. It's a silent ally helping men over 60 not only live longer, but live stronger, more vibrant, and with greater confidence. And now that you've discovered all 4 key ingredients, you might be asking, how exactly do I mix them together for the best results? When should I drink it, and how much is enough? In the next section, I'll guide you step by step, where everything comes together into one simple yet highly effective formula. When done the right way at the right time, you'll be able to feel the difference clearly and quickly. Part 2. How to prepare it, combining everything properly to maximize sexual and circulatory benefits. By now, you're familiar with each ingredient, from beetroot and cayenne pepper to the amino acid duo, and finally pomegranate juice. But how do you bring them all together into one truly effective formula? The answer lies in how you prepare it, the timing of when you drink it, and how your body absorbs the nutrients properly. Many of my patients in the past tried using these ingredients separately, and the results were usually minimal. But when they followed the complete recipe, with the right dosage and the correct timing, the changes became noticeable, sometimes even remarkable. This is how I guide them, and now I'm sharing it with you exactly as I would in my clinic. First, prepare 2 medium-sized beets. Wash them thoroughly but don't peel them. Slice them thinly and place them in a blender with half a cup of filtered water. Blend until the mixture is smooth, thick, and deeply red. This serves as the base that activates nitric oxide naturally in your body. Next, add half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper powder. You'll feel a warming sensation almost instantly, a sign that your circulation is being stimulated. Then, add 5 teaspoons of l-arginine powder and 5 teaspoons of l-citrulline powder into the mix. Stir well until fully dissolved. This is your long-lasting engine, helping the blood flow not only start quickly but also stay steady and sustained. Finally, pour in half a cup of pure pomegranate juice, no sugar, no preservatives, and not from concentrate. Stir thoroughly one last time. This ingredient doesn't just make the drink more palatable, it also reinforces circulation and supports male hormonal function. As for how to use it, drink the entire mixture in one go, don't sip it like a casual beverage. Take it on an empty stomach, preferably 30 to 45 minutes before the moment you want to feel energized, whether that's in the bedroom or during intense physical activity. You can use it daily to build long-term health, or just before important occasions, depending on your goals and condition. You won't just notice a difference in your private life, you'll also feel a surge in your overall energy, mental focus, and renewed self-confidence. My friend, if you've stayed with me up to this point, I believe you're not just looking for a drink recipe. What you truly want to reclaim is the feeling of being in control of your body, of living fully with energy, confidence, and deep connection, just like you once did. Because when sexual function declines, whether from poor circulation or hormonal imbalance, it doesn't only affect the body. It shakes a man's confidence. It quietly causes many to retreat from their own lives. Not through one big shock, but through a quiet fading with each disappointment, each silence, each moment of avoidance. But that doesn't mean your time has passed. And it certainly doesn't mean you have to settle. What I've shared today isn't magic. It's science. It's strategy. It's a combination of nutrition, physiology, and clinical experience from over 30 years of working with men just like you. When you use beetroot to ignite nitric oxide, cayenne to boost circulation, l-arginine and l-citrulline to keep the flow steady, and pomegranate juice to protect and complete the system, you're not just mixing a drink. You're giving your body the tools to come alive again, naturally, powerfully, and safely. I've seen many men return with brighter eyes, stronger voices, steadier posture, not just because they got healthier, but because they remembered who they used to be. And I believe if you apply this the right way, you'll feel that too, because this journey isn't just about improving intimacy. It's about silencing the doubts. It's about walking with a new sense of confidence that says, this body, despite the years, still has strength, still has fire. And sometimes all it takes to awaken it Is one glass at the right time with the right intention? If this video has helped you better understand yourself, share it with another man, someone who might also be quietly in need of it. Leave a comment if you have any questions. And don't forget to subscribe so you can keep receiving health guidance made especially for men over 60. You are not too late. Your story isn't over. And I'm truly honored to walk this journey with you.